Yeah, hey guys, it's me, Bugsy. Now, the question I get answered that I get asked a lot ever since I've been back in Dreamcast, which has now been like a week, 2 weeks now. Back in the new, hoping that Project Dream can give us Dreamcast too. But I've been back in this project basically because I believe in these people. Like I said in like all my other videos prior, I said that I said that from the difference between a lot the people who do like petitions and all this other stuff, like you know these people actually have an actual factual proposal. They know what they want to do. They know how they want to do it. They know what they're doing. They're still waiting for parts for the console. Some stuff is getting designed. A whole bunch of stuff. They're trying to get all this stuff together, and it's taking a while. And, like I said before, I get why people are so skeptical. I get why people really just go like, yeah, Dreamcast 2 ain't gonna do well in this market. And how do we even know it's real? Because freaking freaking because the Coleco Chameleon and how bad that went. But and they're just trying to get everything ready before they can just unveil it to us. You know, I mean, I want the Dreamcast to happen. I really do, and I really do think that Sega can be what it used to be. You know, I feel like this this or next year or the year after that could be its time. Because guys, I mean, I love Sonic as much as the next person. Trust me, like I said before, I am the first person that will defend it. Not with groundless, not with fan logic, not with stupid logic. Just me being me. Because Sonic is good. Sonic Boom was bad. You know, Sega has a habit of rushing people to get their freaking game out. You know, a habit I thought they actually learned from freaking. A habit I thought they curbed during basically. A habit I thought they curbed during '06's development, but no, guess that's still something to do, something that they do. But my point is, most of the old Sega IPs don't even get used. The only time they actually get used nowadays is in Sega All Star, like the Sega All Star series. Yeah, I'm still calling it the Sega All Star series. No one's gonna freaking stop me. I mean, yes, and, when freaking, like I got mad at these like the dudes at GameSack because the one dude was like crappy modern Sonic gameplay. I'm like, what did you say, motherfucker? Like that was the fan in me. But anyways, don't know why I talked about that. But basically, basically what I'm trying to basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like some of the old IPs can still work nowadays. Sure, it's gonna be tough for Sega to get back into the game, get back in the swing of things, get back into what they need to do to get back on top, and even if it's even possible. But I believe that it is. I believe that they can come back on top. They can go back to the top if they've really tried. They still got the IPs. They still got the the IPs that we all love. They just haven't been doing anything with them. Since Sonic is like their big old moneymaker, they don't feel the need to actually use anything else. See, think about it like this. if Sega gets back into the market of making consoles again, think about it. Think about it. We can have a new Knights game. We can get Panzer Dragoon. We could get like a freaking we can get Eternal Champions and give them the freaking we can give them the freaking Killer Instinct. Sorry, I couldn't think of it for a minute. We can give them the Killer Instinct treatment. You know, like everybody's like Sega Bits was like it's so 90s. So you understand that the year this year is the year of everybody capitalizing on our nostalgia, right? I'm like, am I the only one that fucking notices that? I mean, I'm not trying. Sorry, guys. Cussing is part of me. I'm trying not to cuss so much, but you know. Mostly when I do these because I don't want to because sometimes I put these on Project Dream's Facebook page and I want them to think like, oh, you just cuss. It's just kind of a part of me now. I guess it's always been really, but anyways, I'm like, yeah, but this is the year where these are the years where people are capitalizing on nostalgia. So what do you think brought Killer Instinct back? Killer Instinct was Killer Instinct was so 90s and a product of its time, but people are still playing it now. So why can't Eternal Champions come back? Um, I actually want it, and the cool thing is like even without like even without like the SegaNet stuff, people are still playing Fantasy Star Online. They got private servers and stuff. It's cool. Um, what else? What else do I want to say? I just really believe in the. I really believe in Project Dream, and I really hope, with maybe a little bit of help from me, because I'm kind of the guy that would be like, hey guys, look at this. I'm kind of that guy that just goes, hey, look at this, guys. There's a new project coming up. Look at this, man. It's worth your time. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of that guy that just kind of helps like some of these projects along, whether they be Kickstarters or not, because I really believe, I only support certain projects that I myself technically believe in. And maybe it's just because I'm a Sega fan, and maybe it's just because it kind of hits the it kind of hits the right moment for me that actually dictates like, hey, you should totally support this. I don't care what it was, but I'm glad that I'm helping out in my own way. And maybe sometime I could probably be a part of the team, kind of like a promoter, just kind of there, like okay, like I'm like consultant that basically says, hey, this is how we're gonna make this commercial. We're gonna make it loud and awesome and kind of 90s with some sort of hip modern thing for the days, for the days youth. Even though I know that's probably not gonna happen, but god dang. I would really like to be a beta tester for freaking. I would like to be a beta tester for. I would really like to be a beta tester for Dreamcast 2. Mostly because. Mostly because I really think. I'm a very critical person. And, I can point out. I can, like, see bugs and, like, bugs that people normally don't see. So I could probably be like, we need to fix. You guys need to fix this, 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 this. This is all right, but you gotta fix this and make sure this doesn't happen. You know. Uh, I also like. I made the Sega. I was looking at. I made the Sega Channel video just to kind of say, guys, if you're gonna bring back SegaNet, bring back Sega Channel also. But I really feel like I didn't really expand upon this the other day, but I really think we can add like Dreamcast games. We can add Dreamcast games, Saturn titles, a whole bunch of stuff. With the with I would say Sega Channel Reborn or something, something like that. Um, Basically, I really think if we, if you got, if like, if people like capitalize on like, we can't like people like me that have lost their game, their Dreamcast games for one reason or another, for one reason or another. Um, give them Sega Channel as a way to play all the Sega games they want, but at like kind of at a reasonable price. I feel like it should be included inside your if SegaNet gets like some sort of subscription, it should be included in your SegaNet. That way you got online and you got the Sega Channel all at the same time. So yeah, um, a few other things. I really and right now they're just focusing. Right now they're just focusing on getting the Dreamcast out, but like the little like promo commercial thing they had, they were actually trying to get like they're trying to make like a little VMU, or now it's going to be called the VMG. We're actually bringing back the Game Gear from the dead to actually act as its VMU, which I kind of think is cool. But, I think it's going to have a lot more battery life, so that kind of puts me at ease. But they're not working on it yet. They're just trying to focus on the Dreamcast 2 first, and then they're going to probably, like, if Sega really likes it and it does well, I guess then they're going to release it then. Which is cool. But, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Mostly, I have high hopes for this, really. I do. I honestly do. Down the line, I'm gonna like interview one of the members of Project Dream when and if they have the time, and I'm gonna ask them a few questions. But I gotta like I've been thinking like I gotta ask them like questions they can't ask. I can't just be like, when is the Dreamcast 2 coming out? Tell us. No, I gotta be smart about this. I gotta be smart about this. Um, so, guys, if you were like expecting me to go like, "Where's the Dreamcast 2? When is it coming out?" I'm not gonna answer that. But I do want to ask each individual member this: when the Dreamcast 2 comes out, how long do you expect it to actually run before we actually would probably get a new Dreamcast console? Because, our new Sega console, in general, if this, like, revitalizes Sega's, spark to make consoles again. And, like, and people, I want to just make this clear. They, the, Well, let me explain. The people that are working on the Dreamcast 2 are paying for like manufacturing and making the console, and presenting it to Sega. Sega's like interested, and now they want to actually see it. And like I said, they could have just poo pooed these guys and said like, hey, we Sega are not interested in trying to make the console. I mean, we have our Sonic and more Sonic, and also you can play all these. You can play all of our wonderful Dreamcast games on the various networks like the Xbox Live Arcade and freaking the PSN network. Yes, we don't feel the need to do consoles right now, blah blah blah, but we appreciate the thing. We appreciate your interest in this matter. Like certain other companies that will poo poo, well, kind of kick you out and basically, in their own nicest company way, tell you to go fuck yourself. But Sega's not doing that. They're actually listening, and that, to me, speaks volumes. That's not Sega trying to humor them. No, they are. I think they're actually legitimately interested. Because guys, maybe they always wanted to go back to doing consoles. Maybe they're at this point where they could do consoles again. Because everything's doing good, bad, in the middle, and they could probably try to make another console because everything is how it is. You know? And again, I tell you this, it still means something. They could have said no. They could have told them no, we're not interested. But yeah, they're interested. They're just a little hesitant because they know how the Dreamcast was. But I feel like nowadays they can really rise above. They can rise above freaking PlayStation and Xbox, Microsoft and Sony. They can just be like, boom, we got this. And how do we, and maybe some Sega exclusive games, So people actually have, I say, let's, when Dreamcast 2 is out, let's make some Sega needs to make some Sega exclusive games. Stuff you can only get if you get this console. Like, I would say, like, the first few people who get the Dreamcast 2 gets a copy of Shenmue 3 digitally. Granted, if Shenmue 3 actually comes out the moment the Dreamcast 2 comes out, that would be beautiful timing. That would be like excellent timing on Project Dream's part if that happens. Like, you get a copy of Shenmue 2, a free 8 months subscription to SegaNet, which includes Sega Channel. In the box, it should have the console, the controller, a microphone, and also a free copy of Seaman. And they should have like a teaser for Seaman 2. The seating has begun. Or something like that. Sorry, I'm just like thinking. There's a lot of Sega Dreamcast games that never really had sequels. Or never got another sequel, like Power Stone and a few other things. And I never played all the Dreamcast games. But I feel like, I feel like a lot of us that just had like a lot of people that didn't try the Dreamcast because, the PlayStation 2 was so much better. At least that's what people say. I mean, the Dreamcast to me, even though I love the PlayStation 2, I love all the memories and all the games and all the stuff I still have. Like a lot of the Dreamcast, like a lot of the PlayStation 2 games. But you had a unique experience with the Dreamcast. It really did. So what if it didn't have So what if it didn't have a freaking DVD drive? So what? It was, it's like it was this and that. I'm just saying if you have fun with I'm just saying if you have fun with the console, it doesn't really matter. They just got beat out by the PlayStation 2 because they just couldn't compete with it. Well, actually, they couldn't compete with they couldn't compete with all the other consoles. That's just they kind of discontinued it, and I was like the moment I went, this was back when I was a kid, but the moment I went with my mom to get some more Dreamcast games, like the dude, it was one of my mom's friends. He kind of like worked at this game shop, and that's how I got most of my games. He told me that it was discontinued. I was like, really, really. I didn't say it, but I was like, really. And that's the thing that to me that was a shame because there's a lot of Dreamcast games I didn't even play yet, and that I really wanted to play, but I never really got the chance to do it. And I hope, on the hopiest of hopes, that I actually get a chance to rekindle some rekindle some love for the Dreamcast when I play an old Dreamcast game, or actually I'm really interested and a little scared to play Seaman if say if they have a marketplace and it's like freaking the PlayStation Network and the uh, the Nintendo eShop and Xbox where you get like a card and it has like a certain amount of money on it. And like the first thing I'm probably gonna buy other than Power Stone, I'm not gonna buy Sonic Adventure. I'm not gonna buy Sonic Adventure because I already have it on I already have it on my PlayStation. I already have it on my PlayStation 3, so I guess I could buy it again, but I have that and Sonic Adventure on my PlayStation, so it's like, why would I need to get it on there? But maybe I will. I rebuy things a lot on other systems, so it wouldn't surprise me if I actually do. You know, so yeah, I really do have a lot of high hopes for this. I really do hope that we can actually get like if we can actually get Sega back to where a lot of us can agree that they need to be. Because I love them, but Miku and Sonic may be selling, but you're kind of alienating half the other fans that want the other stuff. You know, and this will show them that maybe if we like rebuy from the little marketplace that Project Dream actually has set, that actually they're probably either going to set up later when the console is like out, or during the console's initial launch. Maybe if we buy the Dreamcast games we want, it will show Sega like, hey, people still want to play these games, and people still want to play like Crazy Taxi, and people still want to play Crazy Taxi, Seaman, freaking Power Stone, all these other games that we stop making sequels for. You know, Mayo give them the Mayo give them the kick in the pants that they actually need to actually get some of these IPs back. I mean, one of my friends really wants to play Panzer Dragoon Auto, like a new sequel to that. Whole bunch of stuff, and I wanna play Jet Set. I want a new Jet Set Radio game, and a new Power Stone game. I want a new Power Stone sequel. I want like a Power Stone sequel, and a few other things that I will explain in later videos when I actually really think about it. Like, this is unscripted, and I'm just doing it spur of the moment, so you guys know what I want and what I'm thinking right now. Just all that stuff. Um, Another thing that I think we kind of need. Um, Lizard Squad and a few other hackers nowadays. They like to hack. They like to hack various. They like to hack various online systems like the the PlayStation Network, the Xbox Live Arcade, the Xbox Live, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we need some. We need like a. We don't. I don't know how to say this, but we need some extra like security. Um, with probably Sega's little marketplace, so shit like that doesn't happen. Because Lizard Squad and all these other hackers would like to just hack whenever. Some just do it for the fun of it. So you guys we need like a lot of security because people are actually going to be like people are gonna people are gonna either get cards or use their credit cards to buy some of the games that are gonna be on the Dreamcast too. Also, another thing I would really like to see, I'm a guy that gets a lot of everything, so I need like, I need like I need buku amounts of storage, or at least if you guys got like flash drives, because even the Wii U takes like USB flash drives. We need like either flash drive support or just a bigger a bigger thing for storage. You know. Mm. Also, I was thinking we could try like if we should do like a modern Dreamcast controller, but can we make it so like we can get like old Dreamcast controllers, um, or at least the ones that have USB ports, those ones that actually work or something, stuff like that. And what else? What else? What else? I'm totally losing it now. Last thing, last thing, last thing, last thing. How about and also could we try? I mean, this goes back to the IP thing, but can we try and bring Vector Man back, please? That's what I want. At least bring back Vector Man back, and let's see what that does. And maybe a new Gunstar Heroes. Because Sparkster got the freaking remake treatment. Let's give Gunstar Heroes the exact same thing. So yeah, that's all the stuff that's kind of the stuff I want, and what most of the reasons why I support Project Dream, and I swear you guys, like I will back and defend them, because they actually do have what they have to try and get Sega back into this. You know, they actually have a proposal. They actually have things that they're doing. They're still making the proposal to Sega, and and Sega's listening. So, I mean, if you're really on the fence about this, there's really nothing more I can really say to kind of get you guys to actually go for this. But if you're a Sega fan, if you're an old Sega fan, a new Sega fan, a recurring Sega fan, a Sega fan that has been a Sega fan since the Dreamcast went away until and Sega became, developers, developing software and shit. This is your time to come back to the fold, guys. I mean, I know you're skeptical. I know you're worried. I know all this other stuff. But we have a chance now, guys. We actually have people that are actually willing, ready, and able to actually do this. So, I got one thing to say to every last one of you. Sega does. Sega does what most of the consoles don't. Or are you? I need to think of a tagline. Give me a minute. Well, actually, tomorrow I'll think of a tagline. Just, I got one thing to say to you guys. Are you in? Are you in? Because, are you in? Are you in? Genesis does what Nintendo don't, and Sega does what Microsoft and Xbox wish they could do. See you guys later. I'm Bugsy No Name, and I'm signing off, kids. See you later.